Welcome on into another edition of The Edge presented by GodfatherLocks.com. I'm your host, Sean Brace, joined as always by my right-hand man, Mr. GodfatherLocks.com himself. GF, how we doing?
I'm doing great, Sean. The NFL video is my favorite to record in my hottest league right now, so I'm juiced up, man.
Killing it. Absolutely killing it. Before we get into the numbers, I just got to go ahead and get this stat out there. Folks, winning weekend, 12 of 14 is happening this weekend. What else do you need? Again, he's already completed, knocked out 11 of the last 13 weekends. If you're on GodfatherLocks.com, you have come out on top again, approaching 12 of 14 winning weekends, and it's happening right here, right now.
Yeah, and it was capped off, Sean. I mean, think about last Sunday. The NFL was a big part in making that a winning weekend with the Panthers and the Bears and the Saints. And then we came over the top, Sean, with the Lions on the road in Seattle with the +10 cover. And about 6 or 7 people emailed me after and said, hey, I didn't buy the daily plan because I thought you were on the damn Seahawks. You can't think when I'm on or assume, because the only game of the night you lost Monday, you're paying your bookie today because it's payday on Friday, and that's what's happening.
And believe me, I texted him. He told me the Saints, I'd like the Cowboys. I texted him Monday night. He told me the Lions, I'd like the Seahawks. Both times I came out on top. Why? Because I was with GodfatherLocks.com.
That's why. Well, that's the primetime show. And you always tell me this, and we've known each other for years. You tell me, these are the big boys. These are the primetime games. I've done pretty damn well in the primetime games. I mean, 3 of the last 4 Monday night games, I've cashed in at 75% in the Monday Night Football games.
And that's what it's all about. Every gambler out there that's watching this video will tell you exactly that. If you can go ahead and cash in the Sunday night and the Monday night, either that comes over the top with a nice little KO, or at least gets me back into, right around the middle ground, and I can proceed gambling into the following weekend or whatnot. But still, when you hit on those primetime games, that's when I become a believer.
Absolutely, you're right, because you capped it. You hit the, like they said, come over the top. But let's look at some of these games real quick. Before we get into the new games, the Panthers game, the Bears game, the Lions game, the Saints game, that's 4 10-star winners. So we're on a 7-3, 70% clip in NFL 10-star plays. 4-1 in my last 5, and a $100 better, Sean, has made over $5 grand betting the NFL. That is my hottest league, and normally, if you follow me for many years, you know that college and the NBA and baseball are normally my stronger ones. Nuh-uh, it's the NFL this year, and I told you guys last week on The Edge, I'm locked into it. So it's just been hot, and this is where it is. You got to buy that weekend plan, you get all those leagues, but the NFL is where we come over the top.
$50 you spend at DraftKings and FanDuel, you don't have a chance in hell at winning any money. Go ahead, get over to GodfatherLocks.com. Trust me when I tell you, buy that 3-day weekend plan, and you will come out on top again. GF's going for a winning weekend, 12 of 14. And we kick things off on NFL Sunday with a nice game here in our backyard of Philadelphia. The Saints heading over to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. I got the Eagles as a 5-point favorite.
Yeah, it's as nice as it can get for 2-1-3 teams, Sean. You're right. I mean, it's happening in our backyard, and it's a team that we are just underwhelmed over. I mean, Bradford and Murray, I was going to say McCoy, Murray and Matthews, and those receivers that are just lackluster. What has happened to the Philadelphia Eagles?
The offensive line.
Yeah, what are the points, Sean? 22nd in the league in points, 29th in yards, 26th in passing, 30th in rushing, and I am a huge DeMarco Murray fan. Vegas doesn't understand this team. They just don't. -3 on the road against Washington. Kirk Cousins chops them up, takes them for the win. It's over. Now they come back as a 5-point favorite at home. Sean, if I told you that, what would you tell me?
Saints.
Saints, and that's what the public would say. The Saints are obviously the play here, right? Hold on a second. This is where we got to break down this game. Who are the New Orleans Saints? Other than us having them against a Tony Romo's Brandon Weeden and a team like New Orleans who typically over the years don't do well on the road. They're not a turf. They're a turf team. They're not a grass team. The conditions should be okay. I don't know where I'm siding yet, but don't sleep on this line being high for a reason. I would lean towards Eagles. Lean.
Ooh.
But it could easily flip because let's be honest, Eagles stink. Complete. Throw it. This is the kind of game you throw all these sheets here. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I can break down the game. I can look at the stats. This team just looks anemic.
I agree with that. Moving on, Arizona Cardinals heading to Detroit. I got the Cardinals as a 3-point road favorite.
Yeah, against an 0-4 Lions team that really, if you talk and argue about that legal bat play, should be 1-3 right now. That's one of those games, Sean, that could hurt a team for the rest of the year.
Sure.
You're 0-3 already. You should have beat the defending NFC champions, a Super Bowl champion 2 years ago in Seattle. Arizona took their first loss. That Rams game was a game I had circled. I was going to take St. Louis. I backed off. I don't know enough about the Cardinals right now. If you follow us on the website, I have not taken for or against Arizona this year yet because the verdict's still out. But look at these numbers, Sean. 2nd in points per game, 4th in yards, 7th in passing. This offense, and I've ripped Carson Palmer for years, has now seen flashes. And Fitzgerald looks like the old Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
This is another trap game. To me, this is a trap because you have a team coming off of a big emotional Monday night game or a team coming off of a loss. That's why you need this plan.
Yeah. And finally, third game, and I love this game. This is the 425 Fox game. It's the Patriots at the Dallas Cowboys, and the Patriots are an 8.5 point favorite.
Yeah, 8.5, Sean. I remember New England, they beat the Jaguars. That game was kind of weird, though, but they dismantled them.
Yep.
They went up to Buffalo, they dismantled them. This Patriots team is the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Vegas knows they're back to where they were supposed to be. They're undefeated. They have Tom Brady. They're first in points. First in points. The Patriots are back. They're on top of the league. But 8.5 is an interesting number for the game of the week.
It's a big
number. I mean, can they cover that? Does Brandon Whedon play another? He had some throws on Sunday night.
Sure.
Caught a couple balls. I mean, Joseph Randle at home, the last time they were at home, had 3 touchdowns against the Falcons. This is your 425 game. And I always say, when you bet these games, Sean, games of the weeks, CBS game, this is where you need to buy a plan to help yourselves out because everyone's betting this game. It's kind of like those primetime games that we just talked about. I don't know if the Cowboys can hang with the Patriots, but 8.5 is sure a lot of points.
Again, last Sunday, all right, last Sunday and Monday night in the NFL, GF, 4-1 and 5 star plays. Panthers, Bears.
10-star plays.
Excuse me,
Yes.
10-star plays. Panthers, Bears, Saints, and Lions. He is dialed into this league right now, going for winning weekend, 12 of 14. What are you waiting for? Again, skip the daily fantasy. Stop picking the games by yourself. Get over to GodfatherLocks.com and get yourself a 3-day weekend plan right now. You get every single play, NFL, Major League Baseball playoffs, and NCAA.
Yeah, and talk about the NFL, Sean. We talked about this on the Edge when we debuted it, the preseason. We were hot in the preseason, and we told you then. I mean, I was on a 7-2 NFL preseason run. These numbers, and being totally honest with you guys watching the Edge right now, the NFL, I've never been this hot. I've never, since we started the website, have been on runs like this. I mean, I'm more confident in the NFL than I've ever been. So this goes to tell you, if you're clicking on this on a Sunday morning, I know you're looking at this hopefully on a Friday, to get this 3-day plan. But it's a daily plan. You go out there, you buy it. If you don't, you get Monday Night Football free.
That's it. Questions, comments, or concerns? Email godfatherlocks@gmail.com. Always on Twitter @godfatherlocks. Please get over to godfatherlocks.com, and right now is your time to believe. Winning weekend at 12 of 14 is happening this weekend, people. Get over to godfatherlocks.com right now.